further. I'm going to tell you some of the things I say. Everything is dual. There are two sides to every coin. The tragedy of humanity is separation. In this illusion, reality appears to be opposites, and thus, in this form of thinking, will always have you incomplete. Holistic thought is to recognize and understand the opposites to be the same. Where does hot begin and cold stop? I want you to do the wisdom on that. Hot to you may be absolutely freezing to me, and freezing to you may be too hot for me. There's no line. It's all temperature. But your thoughts have been programmed to say that's what's hot and that's what's cold. My son he was washing it. I put my hand under it. I'm like, how the fuck is your hand under there? He said, this is cool to me. It's hot. So that means there's no absolute. And if there's no absolute, you got to start thinking forward and do the wisdom. Then nothing here is real. And if there's no absolute, it's the absolute that you choose to do, that you choose to decide through the methodologies that of this occult science is how you start to take control of the reins of your reality. But you first have to understand the nature of your reality. There is no cold or hot water. One of the first exercises in cyclomancy is to put your hand in hot water and with your mind make it cold. And of course, people think you're supposed to make it actually cold. No, you're supposed to tell your mind it's cold, because your mind will believe what you tell it. And why you fail and why you're at a standstill is because you accepted what was told to you. The occult science is taking the reins of your own mind, and you cannot do it in a community mentality, because you must follow the rules of the community, and when it interferes with something that you must understand, you're at a standstill, because you can't go farther than the community before you're out of it. I remember one time C. Freemanell was a master teacher. But C. Freemanell had him a 40 of OE. Wherever he went, and made it happen. So when C. Freemanell made the transition, and we talked to him, he told me, nigga, you avatars. You ain't even down here. You're solely in fault. And I know I've gotten readings before I knew what readings were by EFOT teachers when I was hitting their daughters. And you've been here before. You already did it. You came down here to teach, and you ought to be teaching thousands. Teaching them what? IT? I was doing IT at the time. No clue. So, and I know somebody asked you and begged you to come down here. You was chilling, and you said you was in another star system. And then I found out later through my own channel, I was in Pallades star system. That's where jazz comes from. And learning in jazz is where we study chaos magic. The shit I'm telling you right now. How to free your mind from with a technique of dealing with temperature. Temperature is your illusion. So in cyclomancy, you're trying to experience that hot water, not burning hot, but just, enough to put your hand in it and call it hot, as cold. Because cold is a memory. You could think of what cold feels like now and what hot feels like. You want to break down the wall in your mind of this line of polarity that you have created called hot and cold. You start to break down the polarity in your mind, and then you start to see the divine and feminine and masculine also come together in one androgynous thought. You see it both ways. You flow both ways.